Aloha, my name is Nani Brown, and I'm the People's Candidate for Senate District 17, serving Whitmore Village, Wahiawā, Waipio Acres, and Mililani. I am running for office to bring accountability back to government, open doors for future generations, and make sure our elected officials answer to the people, not special interest. Our communities are facing major decisions right now, whether it's data centers in Mililani, the food hub in Whitmore, or the Wahiawā pedestrian bridge. These are projects that directly affect our neighborhoods, our families, and our future. The people who live here should have a real voice in whether these projects move forward. I am running because I believe our communities deserve to be heard. The Wahiawā pedestrian bridge is a perfect example. Residents showed up, they testified, they passed resolutions, they spoke clearly, yet the project continues moving forward despite widespread community opposition. I am sick and tired of being told we don't have money for social services, affordable housing, or support for our houseless neighbors, but somehow we can find hundreds of millions of dollars for projects our communities don't want. We aren't asking for anything fancy. We want the basics. We want sidewalks so our kids can get to school safely and our kupuna can walk without stepping into traffic. We want support and services for our houseless residents instead of pushing them from place to place. We want responsible development that respects our rural communities and protects the character of the places we call home. Some people call it progress. I call it listening to the people first. I'm Nani Brown, a Native Hawaiian mother, electrician, small business owner, and proud Wahiawā resident. For nearly 28 years, I've worked in construction. I'm a master electrician, a fire investigator, and I've owned and operated my own electrical company for 17 years. I've built my business from the ground up at a time when it was rare to see women on construction sites. I know what it means to work for every dollar. I know what it means to meet payroll, manage projects, solve problems, and deliver results. In construction, excuses don't build anything. If a project is over budget, behind schedule, or not meeting its purpose, you don't make excuses, you fix it. That's the mindset I will bring to State Senate. As a small business owner, I've seen firsthand how rising costs, government bureaucracy, and bad policies affect working families. These aren't statistics to me. These are my friends, neighbors, customers, and community members. I am guided by Aloha Aina. I believe Hawaii must become more self-sufficient and more sustainable. I support true food security by strengthening local agriculture, reducing harmful pesticide use, expanding farm-to-table systems, and protecting our fragile environment. I support housing policies that put local families first through fair taxation of non-resident property owners, truly affordable housing, and compassionate solutions for our houseless residents. I support biosecurity, sustainability, and responsible stewardship of our natural resources so future generations can enjoy the Hawaii we inherited. I advocate for clean elections and reducing the influence of corporate money in politics. I believe government should work for the people who pay for it. Taxpayer dollars should be spent wisely, transparently, and on priorities that improve people's daily lives. Most of all, I believe we can build an economy that goes beyond tourism and creates real opportunities for local families. I want our children and grandchildren to be able to stay in Hawaii, raise their families here, and build a future without being forced to leave because they can no longer afford to live in the islands they call home. I am running a grassroots campaign because I believe people matter more than profits. I believe stewardship matters more than exploitation, and I believe accountability matters more than politics. If elected, every constituent in District 17 will have my full attention, my energy, and my commitment to service. The primary election is August 8th. If you're ready for new leadership, new energy, and a government that truly listens to the people, I humbly ask for your vote. Boots on the ground, Nani Brown for Senate, District 17.
Aloha, this is Rida Cabanilla Arakawa. I'm running to be your next state senator for District 20. That is ʻEwa Beach, covering the beautiful plant communities of West Lake Estate, ʻEwa by Gentry, Ocean Point, and the beachside communities from Iroquois Point to Barbers Point. ʻEwa Beach is the golf course capital of Hawaii. It has both private and public golf courses. Come on by and enjoy the amenities that the district has to offer. We are eager to share. I was your state representative for District 41 for 14 years. I thank you for allowing me. I was out for the last 6 years. Now I'm seeking to be your state senator. I believe that these years prepared me for this role. I can say that I'm a seasoned legislator, that I have a more in-depth knowledge of the issues and the legislative process. I was able to deliver matters of importance and of use to the community during my tenure. At the state capitol, I enjoyed powerful leadership positions such as the chairwoman and the Committee of International Affairs, chairwoman and the Committee on Housing, and assistant majority floor leader. Narrating this may sound arrogant to you, but it is my way of illustrating my confidence to the job I'm applying for. The other issue you might be wondering about is, why did I change parties? I came to a realization that the district I love and want to represent are majority Republicans. I always had Republican ideas, likewise with Democratic ideas. The demographic of the district are mostly retired military, just like I am. So I decided to align myself with my fellow veterans. But most importantly, I conclude that there must be a balance of political representation. We can't be all running in the same direction at once. Diversity in thought process leads to better outcome. Now that the next issue I want to discuss is what I would like to do once I get elected. I have walked the entire district. Let me start with the positive, how I see it. Then I will tell you what you, the residents of the district, told me what they would want me to do once elected. Those who took the time to talk to me, I like that very much. So I parted in saying that once I get elected, you give me a call and we shall venture the next 4 years together for the benefit of the district, the state, and our nation. I do have a website, ridacabanilla.org or ridacabanilla.net. I want to clarify a political blunder of a past opponent that keeps resurfacing during campaign season. One thing bad about certain politicians is creating fraudulent information to discredit their opponent with the sole intent of winning the election. This is about the ʻEwa Cemetery appropriation along Fort River Road. It was not taken care of by anyone at the time except a few aging volunteers. So I decided to write a nonprofit asking the legislature to appropriate $100,000 for the workers and to buy equipment and supplies. A nonprofit organization needs officers. Due to the legislative filing deadline and the inability to find people willing to take responsibility, I added my son as one of the officers. The bylaws clearly stated that none of the officers will get paid. The funds were solely intended for workers' equipment, for the workers, the equipment, and their supplies. The media ran the accusation without talking to me or reading the content of the nonprofit, accusing me of giving $100,000 to my son. Consequently, the appropriation was never released. Not released because of the negative publicity. I lost the election, but the real loser was the cemetery. Politicians can be very dirty. This is an example of it. I'm asking for your vote. Our ʻEwa Beach communities is a place we are all very proud of, and it is imperative that we keep it this way. You may not need political leadership within your daily life, but when you do need leader that you can relate with, you have me, Rida Cabanilla Arakawa. I'm asking for your vote. I have a website, ridacabanilla.org, and please vote Republican for Rida Cabanilla Arakawa.
Aloha, everybody. My name's Bob McDermott. That's Bob McDermott. I'm running for State Senate District 20. That's ʻEwa Beach. I've been in and out of office the last 30 years, starting in the 1990s. And I can tell you, I've never seen the level of corruption that I see today, every day around me in the state government. Sylvia Luke, well, that situation's being adjudicated, but $35,000 in a paper bag, according to the FBI on videotapes. We still don't know what really happened. I will tell you, we won't find out till after the election, if at all. And Sylvia Luke led to Ryan Yamani resigning inexplicably, just left. He received a target letter for this investigation. No explanation, just gone. The Medicaid fraud recently here in the state of Hawaii. We weren't prosecuting any Medicaid fraud for years. It's so bad the feds came down and inspected us and penalized us $3 million a year, a minor penalty. The Kuhali fraud. Les Kondo is an auditor. He's as honest as the day is long. I know him. I've been investigated by him. He is thorough as thorough can be, but he's an honest man, and he goes by the book, is what an auditor does. Your tax guy, that's what they do. They abide by the rules. Illegal aliens. Green says we got 50,000 of them here, and they're not going to coordinate or cooperate with ICE. And we are going to pay for them because now they're not going to get the federal food stamps, housing, Medicaid, all these benefits that you, the taxpayer, pay for, that they are getting. It's illegal to give it to them, but the state doesn't care. They just sign them up anyway. Now the feds are cutting this money off, and Green says he doesn't care. We'll pay for it. So your son or your daughter who's working, just trying to get started, their taxes are going to pay for these people who shouldn't be here. 50,000 of them. Does that lower or increase the cost of housing here in the state of Hawaii? The corruption is breathtaking. There's no accountability from top to bottom, starting with Governor Green. No accountability, none. Trump signed a bunch of executive orders. The state of Hawaii has ignored every single one of them, which means your kids are still getting the transgender treatment. Yes, sex ed in kindergarten. Kindergarten. Why? Why do you have to tell an authority figure who's probably about 24 years old, Teach for America graduate, so they came out of Berkeley with a degree in philosophy, and they're there with your kids. And they're telling your kids, yeah, it's possible to be born in the wrong body. A 5-year-old. Hearing that from an authority figure. And guess what? There's no cure for it. I'm sorry. How do I know this happens? My 5-year-old granddaughter came home a few years ago. I pick her up from school, I walk her home. She came home, took her out in the backyard for a little swim, came back and said, Siva, go take a shower. Took a shower, came out with just a short on. I said, Siva, put your shirt on. You have to cover your susu. I said, put your shirt on. She says, why, Papa? I said, you have to cover your susu. I said, you're a little girl. She says, no, Papa, I'm a boy. I'm a boy, 5-year-old, in public kindergarten. Oh, by the way, that kindergarten class sits on a campus K through 6th grade. 6th grade, they're really getting the good stuff. The anal sex, whether to use a KY jelly lubricant or Vaseline. They tell the kids, don't use Vaseline because it breaks down the integrity of a condom. You want to know why I'm running? That's why I'm running. The corruption of our government and the corruption of our children. I'm Bob McDermott. I hope you consider me voting for me on Election Day. Thank you.
Aloha and mabuhay. My name is Barsatan and I love Waipahu. Today, I humbly stand before you to ask for your vote to serve as your next state representative for District 36. This campaign is not just about politics for me, it is deeply personal. I was born in the Philippines. I came to Hawaii when I was just 9 years old. Like so many families in our 94 block neighborhood, my family's journey started with a dream. My dad's brother was a sakata, one of the historic plantation workers who cleared the path for generations of Filipinos in these islands. He's the reason my family is in Hawaii today. For the past 35 years, Waipahu has been my home. It is where my wife and I raised our 4 children. As a proud father, I share your family's values, your daily struggles, and your deep love for this community. We see the critical issues facing our district firsthand every single day because we live them right alongside you. I am stepping forward because I bring over 30 years of dedicated leadership in state government, healthcare administration, and local small business. Look at our healthcare infrastructure. I helped open the Queen's Medical Center West Oʻahu. I am proud that our community finally got the medical hub it deserved, and I served as the head of physician relations and medical staff services for over 10 years. Because of that experience, the governor nominated me and the state senate confirmed me to serve on the statewide health coordinating council and the West Oʻahu sub-area health planning council. I know our healthcare system inside and out, and I know how to make it work for our kupuna. Beyond healthcare, I have been a local small business owner right here for over 20 years. As a business owner in the past, vice president of the Filipino Chamber of Commerce of Hawaii, I understand the heavy economic pressures squeezing our local businesses. My career in public service is extensive. I headed the state boards and commissions under the office of the governor to ensure government accountability. I served as an economic development specialist under the Maui County Office of the Mayor to help create local jobs and acted as a grant officer and project director for the Youth Opportunity Program. I spent years helping young people from tough backgrounds and low-income families launch their careers. I have been right here with you, living and serving alongside you for decades. Whether it is through my faith-based service with the Knights of Columbus at St. Joseph Church or serving as a 2026 chaplain for the Knights of Rizal, my life is woven into Waipahu. I am proud to be able to speak both English and in Ilocano. Adaak ditoy nga dumngeg ken tumulong kada kayo. I'm here to listen and help you. This allows me to connect directly with and truly hear the diverse voices of our district. Most of you should remember Emi Tumimbang. She was my great friend and she may continue to rest in peace. In her historic documentary, Aloha with Mabuhay, which commemorates the journey of Hawaii's Filipinos, I was honored to be featured in that piece of our history. Back in 2002, I acted as Director of Marketing for the historic Mabuhay Festival, celebrating grand opening of our beloved Filipino Community Center, which is well known as the PhilCom. Our hardworking families deserve a strong voice of the state capital to ease our financial burdens and protect our local way of life. My roadmap focuses on 6 urgent priorities. Lower the cost of living. We must ease the heavy financial burdens stretching household budgets. Address affordable housing and homelessness. We need to fast-track housing for locals and deploy real social services to our streets. Invest in local business. We must cut the red tape to help our mom and pop shops expand and hire locally. Secure better school funding. Our keikis deserve modern classrooms and we need to fully support our hard-working teachers. Strengthen public safety. Every neighbor should feel completely safe in their own backyard. Fix roads and ease traffic. We must repair our aging streets and optimize our neighborhood traffic flow. Here in Waipahu, we are all one ohana, and I will fight for your family just like my own. I have the background experience to the job on day one. Again, I am Eric Barsatan, your neighbor, and I humbly ask for your vote. Mahalo nui lua, Diyos dagnina, maraming salamat po. God bless our 94 block and God bless Waipahu. Thank you.
Aloha, everyone. My name is Daisy Balais Hartsfield, and I am the incumbent representative for House District 36, serving Waipahu. As a lifelong resident of Waipahu, I care deeply about our community and its future. My roots in Waipahu began when my paternal grandfather moved his family there after he was offered a job with the Oʻahu Sugar Company. After serving in the Army, my dad returned to Waipahu and bought the house I grew up in and still live in. My husband and I chose to stay in Waipahu to raise our children in a multi-generational home. I hope one day my children will also decide to live in Waipahu when they are ready to start their own families. When I look around Waipahu, I do not just see streets, schools, and businesses. I see our shared history and the generations of families who helped build the community through hard work, perseverance, and a commitment to helping one another. Waipahu is a community that made me who I am today and a community that I want to give back to. There is a unique fabric that connects us, much like the traditional palaka print worn by generations who worked in Hawaii's sugar plantations. I often refer to palaka because it is strong, resilient, and made up of many individual threads. In the same way, it matters that every member of our community is important in creating a strong and resilient Waipahu. As your representative, my responsibility is to help strengthen those connections and ensure that our community continues to thrive. I was educated in the public school system. I'm a proud marauder. I earned a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, a Master of Social Work degree, and a Juris Doctor from the William S. Richardson School of Law. I have dedicated my professional career to over 20 years of public service. As a government attorney serving in various offices, I worked to ensure that the law was applied fairly and that justice remained accessible to all. Later, as a division administrator with the Department of Human Services, I gained first-hand experience managing the operations of a large state program of approximately 400 employees. I gained these skills to manage a budget of more than $135 million, effectively collaborated with community partners, and worked with the legislature on matters affecting the department and the people it served. When I was appointed to serve as your representative in January, I brought that legal and administrative experience with me to the state capitol. During this legislative session, I served as a member on the Finance, Health, Human Service, and Homelessness committees and participated in numerous committee hearings. Now, in these hearings and on the floor, I carefully reviewed legislation and public testimony, asked thoughtful questions, and explained my positions on issues affecting our communities. I worked to address issues involving healthcare, education, public safety, economic development, environmental stewardship, and support for vulnerable populations. I also sought to build productive working relationships while remaining responsive and accessible to constituents. Being a representative is not simply about holding office. It is about listening, learning, and working every day to address the needs of the community. I remain committed to representing District 36 with integrity, professionalism, and accountability. The upcoming primary on August 8 isn't just about choosing a name on a ballot. It's about maintaining the momentum, the stability, and the experienced leadership that District 36 deserves right now. By sending me back to the State House, you are choosing to keep a leader who combines the heart of a lifelong resident with the experience gained and relationships formed with stakeholders in each branch of government, executive, judicial, and legislative, as well as in the community. We cannot afford any time to be spent on observation or a learning curve. We need leadership that already knows how the system works and how to make it work for us. A vote for me ensures that critical initiatives started for our communities, our families, our local businesses, and our future is carried across the finish line. True leadership isn't about grand, empty promises. It's about steady, reliable, proven action. It's about being accessible, doing the hard work behind the scenes, and showing up for this community every single day. And that's exactly who I am, what I have done, and what I will continue to do. That's the commitment I make to you. Let's keep moving forward. I humbly ask for your vote on August 8th so I can continue to stand up, speak out, and support what is best for District 36 and its future. Waipahu, I got you. Thank you, mahalo, and maraming salamat po.
My name is Maurice Morita, and I'm a Democratic candidate running for the House District 36, Waipahu, for the House of Representatives. I am married to a Filipina, Remy Silva Morita from Waipahu. I ran for the same office in 2022, so this is my second attempt to run for this office. I am a member of the Neighborhood Board number 22, Waipahu, a member of the Knights of Rizal, Hawaii chapter, a member of the Waipahu United Church of Christ since 2016, a former WUCC Board of Trustees section for the Waipahu United Church of Christ from March 2024 to April 2026. A member of the Pinoy Dynamic Trio on the radio stations KPRP 650 AM, 104.5 FM, and KNDI 1270 AM known as Manong Mo, who now do a Pinoy 808 podcast tape on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. I am a former public school teacher for 9 years and worked for the Hawaii State Teachers Association, HSTA, for 36 years, then worked for the Laborers Union, LESIT, their trust fund, for 4 years. My priorities are as follows. In the area of education, teachers are paid properly and improve working conditions. Lottery for education as additional funds so students who graduate with a 3.0 grade point average can attend any university or college for free in Hawaii. This way, we keep the smartest and the brightest home in Hawaii. In the area of housing, propose a comprehensive rent-to-own that covers residential transactions. To study how we can help condominium apartment owners from paying high maintenance fees, and to push for more affordable homes to keep our young people to work in Hawaii. In the area of small businesses, propose small businesses to be exempt from paying Hawaii GET who are required to provide medical services to Medicare and Medicaid patients. Exempt small businesses with less than 20 employees to provide mandatory health insurance from working 20 hours per week to 30 hours per week. Propose ways to help small businesses with a homeless problem. In the area of transportation, temporary elimination of gas tax at the pump. Make the 0.5% GET permanent once the rail transit is completed to pay for the operation and maintenance of the rail transit. Bring back the super ferry. In the area of veterans, increase the current $45 discount to $300 for auto registration. Give them a state credit of $2,000 for 100% disabled veterans. In the area of construction, support construction projects which includes affordable housing, rental-free simple housing, and condominiums for lower and middle-income residents. Amend the law with the loophole that employers from the mainland can avoid their employees to pay state taxes by rotating the employees for 60 days or less. I'm also proposing a pilot program to make chicken fighting legal in Hawaii and to build an arena as a way to help enhance our state budget. As we know, chicken fighting is considered to be a cultural tradition in the Philippines that predates to Spanish colonization in the 1500s. The government regulates and permits the practice in licensed arenas, recognizing it as a traditional, socio-economical, cultural activity, an important part of the rural economy. Opponents strongly criticize the sport as an animal cruelty, but supporters argue the gamecocks are bred, pampered, and specifically raised for this purpose. These are some of my priorities, but as I walk house to house and talk to residents, there may be other issues that may be relevant in Hawaii that may be added to my list of priorities. As a reminder, ballots will be mailed out on July 21st, 2026, and one may vote till the primary election on August 8, 2026. If you are not registered to vote and want to register to vote, one can register on the same day and vote on the primary election on August 8, 2026. Ballots will not be mailed, so one needs to go to the Honolulu Elections Office or satellite offices. For more information, contact Maurice Morita, aka Manong Mo, at 808-225-0326 or Remy Silva Morita, aka Ate Remy, at 808-381-2608. Thank you.
Aloha, my name is Rose Martinez, and I'm seeking re-election as your state representative for District 40, serving Ewa Gentry, Ewa Beach, and Iroquois Point. I am a former educator, public health professional, and a long-time Ewa resident and a proud immigrant who came to Hawaii more than 40 years ago in search of opportunity and a better future. Public service has always been my passion. I earned a degree in medical technology and a master's degree in public health from the University of Hawaii and have dedicated my career to improving the lives of our families, students, workers, and kupuna. In 2022, I was honored to earn the trust of the voters of District 40. As a first-term state representative, I work hard to deliver real results for our community. I secured important funding for our public schools, supported improvements to educational facilities, and advocated for programs that prepare our students for success in an increasingly competitive world. I proudly supported the largest tax cut for the working families in Hawaii's history, helping local residents keep more of their hard-earned money at a time when the cost of food, housing, medicine, and everyday necessities continues to rise. I authored the Malama Puʻolua license plate initiative to support restoration efforts in Pearl Harbor, environmental education programs, and partnerships that protect our precious natural resources for future generations. I also supported legislation that strengthens health care for improving reimbursement rates for hospitals, clinics, care homes, community foster homes, physicians, and advanced practice registered nurses. But there is still much work to do. One of the greatest challenges facing Hawaii's family today is the cost of living. Too many families struggle to afford housing, food, childcare, and healthcare. Too many young people wonder whether they will be able to stay in Hawaii and build their future here. That is why I remain committed to supporting truly affordable housing, expanding access to locally grown food, strengthening our workforce, and creating economic opportunities that help local families thrive. I also believe we must continue investing in our public schools and ensuring our students have access to quality education and career pathways that prepare them for the jobs of tomorrow. Protecting our environment remains a priority as well. Climate change is affecting our shorelines, coral reefs, and natural resources. We must continue investing in renewable energy, sustainability initiatives, and responsible environmental stewardship. I am also committed to working with community leaders, residents, and the military to address the environmental and public health concerns affecting ʻEwa, including ongoing issues related to the Puʻolua Range Training Facility. Public safety and quality of life matter. Our families deserve safe environments, safe routes to school, and communities where children, parents, and kupuna can thrive. As your representative, I will continue listening, collaborating, and working hard every day on behalf of the people of District 40. My commitment is simple: to serve with integrity, compassion, and a focus on results that improve the lives of our families and communities. I respectfully ask for your support and your vote. Mahalo for the opportunity to serve, and for more information, please visit roseforever.com. Mahalo and aloha!